It's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. All bye weeks now in the rear-view mirror. We are full speed ahead in the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was, how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical, and that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Running for it. Here's Henry. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Another run for Henry. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to it. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive run, you'd really break the backs of the defense.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they drop him right after that catch. He's down at the 22-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for Ravens' 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Lamar out of the pistol. He rolls to his right. He's got it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Well, Brock, this was the type of start we expected, right? Given the lopsided matchup we've got, now it's up to their opponents to start giving them a challenge. Keep this one competitive.
Easier said than done, and you know that, Kate, playing as severe underdogs on the road. How they respond on this next drive is going to be really telling for the direction this game goes.
The extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Raiders nothing.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Start. Go.
They go again with Taylor. And that's good for a gain of 5. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
This is brought in by Laporta. Big man showing up the yards. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Ready? Ready?
Throwing on 1st down, Willis. And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders finish up their opening drive. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders start off well to tie things 7-7. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. He's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Now a give right side to Mitchell. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That is Darian Porter in on the stop. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
No, we changed it.
Here's Mitchell again. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds. And that throw doesn't lead to 6, and it's going to be 2nd down.
No, we changed it.
From the gun, Jackson. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
On fourth now, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. Ball in the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Luke knocks it through, and that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
It depends on the kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
Ready, break.
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10.
Ready.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Bronco switch.
Taylor again. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Come on. Set. Japanese Timberwolf. Chopper, go.
Taylor trying to run for this first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Scoreboard shows 10-7. Back to the bank in just a moment. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They've got a first to begin the fray. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. He sure was fighting, Brock, but in the end, just too many defenders. They take him down behind the line. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing is Willis. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 4.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Raider first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. He has room past the 25. Solid running here. That's 9 yards as he brings up second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Second down carry for Taylor. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
19 sight. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Here's Willis to the air. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Buck. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
On the jump.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21.
Here we go. Here we go.
A tight end in motion now.
79. Ready, ready.
Taylor now up the middle. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Willis now, third down. He's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a second quarter lead. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10.
180. 180. 180.
Run drawn up here for Lamar. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
That's caught. Hits the rookie from Louisville. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down, here's Lamar. Buying some time left. He tucks it and takes off. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
180.
Throwing again is Lamar. Complete Derrick Henry. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Making that throw into double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Hot 70, hot 70. Ready, ready?
Here's Willis. No place to go. Ravens take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense, more often than not, leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
Cowboy 80.
Straight ahead with Taylor. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And they hit big there on that 2nd down. Let's see if this play holds up or not, though. We've got a penalty flag down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Willis looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative. And the best of them make it look oh so easy.
So a tough 3rd down upcoming. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up.
Ready, ready.
Ravens going with a dime package now. 3rd down.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Here we go, set. 19 Lions. Go.
3rd and long for him here. Gets it quickly to Bowers. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards.
They give to Taylor, right side. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. Ready.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
10. 70 Timberwolves. 65, 65.
Running right, this is Taylor. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right, they give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Ready, ready.
Willis to throw it. In trouble now, and the ball is out. But I believe a Raider covered that one, so they'll luckily hang on to possession. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Still their football, but need to make some progress here, and this is 2nd and long.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
Now a run with Taylor. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12.
70, ready. 19, Warriors, 70. Buffalo, 18. 18, Pioneers.
Throw here, 3rd down. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
On the ready.
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
Ready. Cowboy, 60 Maverick. 6, Panther 11, Panther 11. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
Lewis in the pistol. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
On 1st down, Jackson. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's good for Baltimore. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Get it. Viking 18.
Starting the 3rd with Taylor. He cuts it right. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders jump in front now by 5. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Hopkins isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he's going to take this one forward for a gain of about 9. 3rd down coming up.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Hey, report! Report! Shut up!
Jackson now on 3rd. And this is lofted deep down the middle. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now it's Lamar. Headed out right. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. The 50. 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
This offense had time to go through the 5 stages of grief by the time that interception reached the other end zone, Kate. Denial when they saw it picked off. Anger's return picked up steam all the way through to some reluctant acceptance that they just watched the celebration unfold in the wrong end zone.
Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders push the lead up to 12.
Ravens 16.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson trying to get after the pick. This is completed downfield to Likely. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Getting 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
1st down throw for Jackson. Raiders closing in, and down he goes. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
This dude has put it together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Connects on the crosser. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Offense up to the line fast. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. Got the give on the zone read, and the defenders were waiting for him. He goes down for a loss. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that brings up 4th and long.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
4th down, here's Jackson. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You could feel them, Kate. You could feel the convoy. They were going. They thought they might have another one, but unfortunately, not another touchdown. But you know what? Not going to stop them from celebrating in another big game-changing play.
Ready.
A run here with Taylor. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Here's Willis. Hit behind the line. That ball's loose. And the Ravens make the recovery.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now they face 2nd down. Here's Lamar. Caught by Flowers. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. So 1st down from the 41.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it. He's still going at the 30. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action. This one left for Lamar. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Flushed out of the pocket. And it's hauled in inside the end zone for 2. That trims the lead just a little bit. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route. When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
18, Rodney, 18.
To throw, here's Willis. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. So it's 2nd down coming up.
At the 35-yard line.
Viking, 18.
This is Taylor. And he's caught after the game about 2. Malachi Starks read that nicely. He makes the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They're going to turn to Taylor on 3rd down. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
Back to throw it. It's complete. This is Bowers. Oh, this big guy is moving. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
On the ready.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Taylor. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown. The Raiders lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Daniel Carlson.
Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10.
Yo.
From the gun, Jackson. Fits it through the middle. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Three-quarters in the books from this one. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
180. Sit up. 180. Finish it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, a 2-yard run on 1st down. I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Ozzy, sit up.
Now here's Lamar. Connecting on the slant. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner.
Don't worry.
So this is going to be second down and long following the holding flag.
Hey, ready. Get out. Hey, middle. Go ahead. Finish it up.
Looking to throw, Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Hey, get out.
Third and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Down in the fourth, offense staying out there for this. The design run, Jackson keeping it. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This one's set up for Lamar. He stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
It's his running back. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth.
Report. Hey, Alpha, sit out.
Desperation time here. Vacates quickly left side. He connects downfield. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now within one score in the fourth. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Lamar and the Ravens all set for this two-point try.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
Complete at the 2. And he can't take the completion across. Defense on him fast and bringing him down to deny the two-point conversion. They got a touchdown, but that is only half the job. Still got to get this kick back and score another. The Ravens look like they got it back, and they did! Still more than a field goal game. They were going to get to this point sometime, and they decide now's the moment and deliver with the onside kick.
The hard part's over, right? That's what the numbers tell you. They're getting an onside kick a whole lot tougher than going down and scoring a touchdown. Still, they got to execute, stay calm, and work their way down the field.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Lamar back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. New set of downs from the 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First down, here's Lamar. Sends this to the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a fourth-quarter lead. Lamar on the offense staying out there, Brock. They're trying for two.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this fourth quarter. Well, that right there, a very important two-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Taylor again. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring the guy down, you're able to keep them from piling on those yards.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Cougar 19.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Back to Taylor on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Raiders trail by a field goal. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 65.
They go again with Taylor. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders jump in front late. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And they're on the 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Buying some time right. He's running with it. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
So read here and give to Mitchell. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there.
A loss of 1.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Turning to Henry on third. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from the score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. This is Henry on second. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
That's 30-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Run drawn up here for Lamar. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings up second down.
20-yard line.
13.
Back to throw. Has it at the 7. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
45. Raiders 42. Tyler Luke to kick off.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground. Taylor. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Setting up to pass. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Winning their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game.
At the Ravens 38-yard line.
Ready?
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Back. 19.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And there'll be no game-winning touchdown in this one. And that tackle ends this ball game. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And there was no